Studios are doing the tour for our anniversary. Look, I'm wearing my Jake and Ellen shirt, and then he's got an SNL shirt, and then look, Ghostbusters Crocs. I'm stamped. We're in New York, and look what we're passing. Iconic. We've seen it before, but you gotta make them Ghostbuster stops while you're here. And here's the lion that tried to eat Ray. Oh my god, there's a Highland cow. That's a giant Build-A-Bear box. There it is. This is where every household name, all these comedians and celebrities, when they got their start, celebrating live from New York. Go down to the ice rink down there. Oh god, there's Fallon. Where's my people? Where's my people? Look at, there's Gilda. There's Gilda. Oh god. Oh, Belushi. Here it is, guys. The birthplace of television broadcasting. I'm gonna check out the store first. What? Oh my god, the dog toys, they're back. Here it is, guys. Here it is. And then up here, Chevy's Land Shark, Farley and Spade. Oh my god, it's the nerds. Oh. I might have to get this shirt. I have that one, but this one's in color. Okay, I'm still in shock, so I can't give anything away, really. We couldn't take any pictures, but we were in the studio for SNL, so Studio 8H, and oh my god, it was so surreal. Like, they had so many pictures of Danny, and they could tell that I was freaking out. I showed off like my tattoo sleeve, and you know, it was kind of just like, I was like, oh my god, there's the Coneheads. Oh my god, there's the Czech Brothers. Oh my god, there's Belushi. Oh my god, there's Gilda. I was just like freaking the fuck out. It was like, I feel like I was low-key embarrassing, but it was like, they said they liked the excitement, but it's like, I'm not stupid. Like, I know it's kind of like a lot, but I just couldn't. I was just taking it all in. Like, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Like, it's kind of corny, but being exactly where Dan Aykroyd basically became a household name was really crazy for me. And like seeing where, like, the Blues Brothers was something that they already came up with before like they went to New York, but like to see that's where it really got its start, and that was amazing. Looking back on that experience, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of sacrilegious. We were walking like down in the studio, there's like, you know, all these pictures, and Jake was like, oh my god, look, it's Steve Martin. And I walked by and I was like, it's like I'm at church. I finally have a day off, so I guess what I'll do is go thrift store hunting and go to Barnes & Noble like the old times. So it's nice to just decompress for a little bit. I don't get that very often. My mind is, especially having OCD, like my mind is constantly looking for things that are wrong. So it's hard to read, because it's been a really rough past few weeks trying to get myself to calm down. So now we are just gonna do the things we like to do and distract ourselves. Well, the thrift store had nothing. I mean, they had a loose Funko Pop of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That was about it, but I don't need that. But I mean, like, they suck anyway. Like, when me and Jake went there, like, last week, there was this Lego set that he wanted in, like, a bag, and it was, like, priced for $7.99, and when he went to go buy it, the scan wasn't working, and then the guy was just like, oh, that's an old code, you can't buy that now, you're gonna have to come back tomorrow. And it's like, it was out on the floor. You can't just have them reprice it and change the tag or put it in manually. No, right? Like, dick. So I came back the next day and it wasn't there, and I'm like, how much you want to bet the guy fucking, because, well, Jake was upset, and I was just like, all right, whatever, you want to go back in and complain, that's fine. I mean, it's not, me personally, I don't think it was that big of a deal, but it was annoying that, like, you had something out on the floor for someone to buy just to be like, nope, you can't buy that. So he went back and he was like, can I talk to the manager? And it was the same fucking guy we dealt with before. It's like, that's how you run things, bro. Like, change the tag and let us buy it, or override it manually. So you know what? But the only problem is, this is the only thrift store, like, anywhere near here. So where else am I supposed to go to find movies? So it's like, I don't want to come back and spend my money and give it to you, but like, you're the only place that has anything I want. Oh my god, I just got called the coolest person ever. So I was just standing in line in my Barnes & Noble cafe because they were sold out of the spinach feta pretzel, so I got the Mediterranean quiche, and I was low-key really upset. But the person behind the register was just like, is that a Dan Aykroyd sleeve on your arm? And I'm like, yeah. And they were like, yeah, there was no way. I thought that was a Conehead. I thought it was just a guy in a party hat. And then I saw the Crystal Head vodka and I knew. And I was just like, yeah, look, I have all these. And then they were just like, I'm gonna have to tell my mom about that. That is so cool. And then they were just like, can I see your other tattoos? And then I showed them. And then they're like, you're like the coolest person ever. And I'm like, there's other Dan Aykroyd peoples out in the Publix, out in the wild. And I got noticed for it. Am I that cool? No, I'm a weirdo, but I'm cool for liking Dan. It gives me faith in humanity that there are other people my age who know who Dan Aykroyd is, and not just older people that grew up with that. Like, I grew up with that too, but like, I'm a younger generation, you know? I was born in the 21st century, so it's nice to know that there's other people like me who really admire Dan Aykroyd's work. And I'm not just some lonely freak out there in the world. I mean, I might be.